Welcome to Sapience Learning, your gateway to book summaries.
Flow by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. Have you ever been so absorbed in something that hours pass like minutes, and when you finally look up, the world feels smaller, quieter, almost paused? That state, that rare, perfect alignment of challenge and skill, is what Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi calls flow. And in his book, simply titled Flow, he explains why most of us chase happiness in all the wrong places, in pleasures that vanish as quickly as they come, and how real enjoyment, the kind that fills life with meaning, can be created by anyone, anywhere. Favorite quote from the author: "A joyful life is an individual creation that cannot be copied from a recipe." Lesson 1. Pleasure and enjoyment are not the same thing. Think about the last time you indulged in a delicious meal. That bite of pizza, the creamy chocolate, the warmth of a fresh coffee, that's pleasure. Immediate. Sensory. Fleeting. When you're tasting, smelling, feeling, all your attention is hijacked by your senses. You don't control it, it controls you. Now, contrast that with enjoyment. Enjoyment is something deeper, something deliberate. It's when you're fully absorbed in a task, consciously focusing, feeling alive, and noticing that, somehow, the hours slip by unnoticed. This is where happiness lives, not in what's handed to you, but in what you create with your own mind and hands. Most of us, Mihaly argues, chase pleasure because it's easy, immediate, and socially encouraged. But enjoyment? That takes attention, effort, and courage. And it's infinitely more rewarding. Lesson 2. Flow is the state where challenges and skills match. Imagine a video game. At first, it's tricky, but manageable. You win a few battles. Then, the challenge increases just enough to stretch your abilities. You're not bored. You're not overwhelmed. You're in the zone. You are flow. Csikszentmihalyi says there are 2 keys to triggering flow. First, pick something meaningful to you. Something you do even if nobody paid you, even if no one applauded. Plant a tree, write a comic, build a tiny wooden boat, whatever sparks your curiosity. Second, match the challenge to your skill. Too easy, and boredom sets in. Too hard, and frustration overwhelms. Flow lives in the sweet spot in between, like Goldilocks porridge, but for your mind. Play chess against a beginner, then a slightly better friend. Practice guitar until a song clicks, then try a more complicated riff. Every time, your skill grows, the challenge grows, and you step into flow, where time disappears, and life feels electric. Lesson 3. Life goals are irrelevant, so set a life goal. This might sound paradoxical, but here's the secret: there is no ultimate happiness formula handed down to us. You have to make it yourself. Csikszentmihalyi calls it creating your own meaning. You choose an ultimate goal, not because the world demands it, not because it looks impressive, but because it pulls you into flow again and again. It could be anything: mastering an instrument, building a garden, learning a new language, or designing a board game. The point isn't what the goal is, it's that it constantly challenges you, teaches you, and stretches your abilities. Flow is a paradox. You forget yourself while fully being yourself. Time disappears while every second feels vivid. You are alive in a way that pleasure alone can never deliver. So, how can you bring this into your life? Start small. Ask yourself, what activity makes me forget the clock? What skill am I willing to grow, just for the joy of it? Seek challenges that stretch you, not tasks that drain you. And when you find your flow, dive in completely. No distractions. No compromises. This is how happiness is built. Not in fleeting pleasures. Not in waiting for life to hand you meaning. But in the deliberate act of creating, learning, stretching, in shaping your own experience from the inside out. Who should read this book? Anyone searching for focus in a distracted world. The teenager unsure which path to follow. The manager stuck in a rut, needing something to spark curiosity. and anyone who's never felt the magic of time slipping away in perfect engagement. Because flow reminds us. We don't grow old because time passes. We grow old when we stop creating, stop challenging, stop living in ways that make us lose ourselves in joy. So plant that tree. Write that story. Take up that hobby. And keep chasing the moments where challenge and skill meet, where time flies, and life becomes a work of art. That was Flow, by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. A reminder that happiness is not found outside, but in the art of creating your own experience, moment by moment.
We hope this book summary brought you joy and moments of reflection. Happy learning from Team Sapiens.